Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about a real controversial topic that affects all of us, and it is not 9mm versus 45. 9mm. Sorry. Hi everyone, this is Mike from AAA Defense. Thanks for joining me today. So I kind of just wanted to talk about a controversial topic that gets avoided a lot in the workplace and especially family parties, and that's politics. Now, I'm not talking politics in the grand sense of politics, but more in the sense of Second Amendment and your rights and my rights. So in case anybody is wondering what my position is on the Second Amendment, it is clearly stated, shall not be infringed. All gun laws are unconstitutional and racist. And that's my opinion on that. So, I am not the most political person out there, but when it comes to the Second Amendment, I tend to pay attention and get involved where I can. There's a lot more that we can be doing and a lot more that we should have been doing, especially with the previous administration. So we had a self-proclaimed messiah of the Second Amendment in office for 4 years. And where did that get us as firearm owners or longtime firearm owners, for those who have not always been involved or new firearm owners? Now, we got bump stocks banned. We got the Hearing Protection Act pretty much nixed at the word of our most Second Amendment president ever, saying he wasn't a fan of silencers or suppressors. So what did we do about it? Well, we bitched on the internet a lot, saw a lot about that. But what did we get done? We didn't get anything done. Now, a lot of states got constitutional carry pushed through and made some progress on there. Congratulations on your freedom. It's a really big step. But federally, we were looking for national reciprocity, hearing suppression, Hearing Protection Act. We were looking for something. We went the opposite direction. When I say we, I mean us as a country, because we all inherited the Second Amendment. So I just play right off of that. So inheriting the Second Amendment. So we didn't get the Second Amendment to give us our rights. Our founders didn't say, well, we better write this down so we can give our public, our new country, firearms. That wasn't the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to protect those rights that were God-given. We have rights to defend our lives and our livelihoods with firearms. That was the written intention of the Second Amendment. A lot of people get it confused and misconstrued that they wrote this in there to give us our firearms as a right. It's there to protect that right that was not given to us by anybody but God. So let's clear that up. So back to the previous administration, we didn't get anything done as far as federal laws go. Nothing we were certainly looking for, and like I said, quite the opposite with bump stocks and a big nix on the Hearing Protection Act. So where does that leave us? What do we do now? If you haven't been paying attention to any of the bills or legislation introduced, as firearm owners, we're in the middle of a shitstorm that we tried to scream as loud as possible to, liberal gun owners, at least in the conversations and possibly arguments that I saw online. The argument that I kept hearing was, no one's going to take your guns, no one's going to take your guns. Paying attention to what's being written into laws and what's being attempted to be pushed through now, the intention is clear of what they want. So it's up to us to do something about it. So I'm going to ask you, who may be new firearm owners, to please get involved. If you're looking for a place to start with your state or local pro-gun rights movement group. They're around. Reach out to them, Google them, research them. There are a lot of groups out there. Find one and get involved. Find out who your local legislator is, or local representative is, and contact them. Find out what their position is on firearms. Find out what their position is on these new bills that are coming up. How are they going to vote? Let them know what you want them to do. That's their job. Their job is to push through the will of the people. Their job is not to go off on their own agenda or their political party's agenda and follow suit. It's to follow the will of their constituents, which is you. You have a voice. You need to use that voice. Please use your voice. Liberal gun owners who said, I'll never let this happen. They'll never take my guns. That's not what they want to do. Here's your time to shine. I know for a fact a lot of you are new gun owners now at this point, given with the pandemic and the social unrest that was going on. A lot of you went out and bought firearms. Now is time for you to start paying attention to these laws and get involved. You see, at least from the Illinois perspective, I had a lot of people ask me, where do I get a firearm? What do I need to do? We have this really restrictive law called the FOID card, which means you cannot purchase or possess a firearm or ammunition without this card. When all of this started to happen, it became near impossible to get a FOID card. And it was a pain in the ass before all of this happened, especially if you tried to apply during a hunting season or anything like that. It would take much longer than it should take. I know people that are almost on a year of waiting for them to get this permission slip for the Second Amendment to just own and possess firearms in their home. This isn't even to carry a firearm outside of their home. This is to protect their home and the people inside of it. So now they're seeing how restrictive and how ridiculous these laws are, and how it only hinders the law-abiding citizens' ability to protect themselves and their family. Please pay attention and know what these laws are, and know what they're trying to push through now. A lot of the things that I'm seeing is like they're trying to model everything off of California, which is probably one of the most, if not the most, restrictive state for firearms that you can find. Magazine capacity bans, the inability to change a magazine in a rifle, waiting periods that criminals clearly don't follow because they get their firearms from stealing them or black market. They're not buying them through firearm stores or federal firearms license dealers, where that law would apply anyways. So you're seeing the repercussions of these ridiculous infringements. I'm asking you to start paying attention more and to start calling your representatives and letting them know you don't support this. You don't want them to support these bills. The other thing that I'm going to ask of the seasoned firearm owners is to start taking people out to the range. Show them the safety behaviors and the universal firearm rules, and encourage them to shoot and to become more involved. This will be a great opportunity to show them how dumb laws like magazine capacity bans are. A lot of these laws, they're trying to restrict it at 10 rounds. in a fight for your life, you are going to want as many of those rounds as you can possibly get. There's no fair fight when it comes to your life. When somebody's trying to murder you or your family, you don't want to play fair. You want as many chances, think of each one of those rounds as a chance. You want as many of those chances to defend your life and your family's life as you can possibly have. And in the grand scheme of things, 10 rounds, that's not a lot of chances. So take these new firearm owners out to the range and show them, let them shoot. Don't scare them away, but show them, 10 rounds. Okay, that's it. The magazine is done. Open their eyes to these laws and just get people out there, get people on the range, get people exercising their Second Amendment rights. Please, because you see these bills coming, I see these bills coming, and we need a lot of these new firearm owners to see what is in these bills. You hear a lot of people that will just say, oh, well, that doesn't sound so bad. Get them out on the range, show them and explain to them why a magazine restriction is detrimental to you as a firearm owner. Show them why a 10-day waiting period is detrimental when their neighborhood just burnt to the ground. Show them why things like the FOID card is a ridiculous infringement where people have to wait almost 1 year to purchase or possess a firearm to defend their lives. It's really going to be the best way to help us all and help the Second Amendment community. So get involved, find a local pro-Second Amendment branch that will help direct you to what you need to know or what you should know. Firearm owners, get people out on the range, get people educated, get people to take classes, and start exercising your Second Amendment rights. Please, because these bills are coming. That being said, hope you guys all, right now it's the weekend, so hope you guys all have a great weekend, great week if you're watching this later on. I hope you become more confident, more comfortable, and stay safe. Thank you.